this point, you've probably seen tons of tutorials on how to change chords properly. You've learned the fundamentals, you've learned all the tips and tricks. If you haven't, by the way, check out my video. But what if you're still having problems changing chords? Or what if you've gotten pretty good, but you want to get better and you're kind of stuck in a plateau? Well, after observing hundreds of students over the years, I've noticed one thing in particular that really kills people's ability to change chords quickly. It's kind of a silent killer, and it gets beginners, intermediate, even advanced guitarists alike. But luckily, once you identify it, it's a pretty simple fix. All right, do something with me real quick. Take your hand and make as strong of a fist as you possibly can. And when I snap my finger, open your hand as quickly as possible. Did you notice how as you opened your hand, there was still a lot of tension and it was hard to open up and hard to move your fingers? Now do the same thing, make a relaxed fist and then open as quickly as you can when I snap my finger. Notice how much easier that was? Might seem simple, but that's the problem. Too much tension in the left hand. Most new players tend to have a vice grip on the guitar, and even advanced players can keep too much tension in that hand. So we need to learn how to let go of that tension properly. Okay, so most of you probably already know that, but the question really is, how do we fix it? Most teachers would just say, you need to relax your hand more. But I want to go deeper than that. I want to give you actual tangible things that you can do and explain to you what it feels like to relax your hand so that you can bridge that gap between amateur and professional. I think anyone can get there, but sometimes it needs to be explained properly. And that's what this Technique Talk series is all about. Okay, so here's an analogy for you. Have you seen those car commercials where they talk about how quickly the car can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour? 0 to 60 in 1.2 seconds. Well, just like car commercials value that, we need to value that in our left hand, but with tension. The faster you can go from being tense to 100% relaxed, the better. And it's not so easy to do right away. So let's go back to the fist demonstration again. Now what I want you to do is make your fist as strong as you can, but we're gonna add a step in between strong fist and move the fingers. Now we're gonna go fully strong fist. When I snap my finger, completely relax your hand. And then when I snap again, open your hand up. Ready? Let's try it. Strong fist, relax, and move. So that becomes 3 steps instead of 2 steps. And that step in the middle of relax is the absolute key. The quicker we can do this, almost like a nerve impulse, the better we get at moving around. And if you really want to improve your left hand technique, that's what it's all about. As you move from chord to chord, note to note, position to position on the guitar, how quickly can you send that electric impulse to fully relax, add the tension, fully relax again, and your hand stays relaxed throughout. The opposite of that is if you keep the tension, the residue stays there and you build more and more tension as you move. By the end, your hand totally locks up. So the solution then is pretty simple. We need to go from full tension to full relaxation as quickly as possible, just like a high-end sports car. Now, to be honest, at first, you're probably gonna be more like a 30-year-old minivan, and it's gonna take you a while to figure out what it truly means to let go of all that tension quickly. But that's why you've got to practice it properly to actually get this to work. So I'm gonna give you an exercise that you can do that's gonna help you learn how to discover the movement of relaxing your hand fully, going back to tension, fully relaxing, back and forth, until you finally move from being a minivan into being more like a high-end sports car. And that's what's actually gonna improve the technique of your left hand. Choose a pair of chords, or even a 4-chord progression. Turn on a metronome to keep you honest, very important. Put it in 3/4 time or just a steady click, but you're gonna be thinking in groups of 3. On beat 1, you're gonna make and strum the chord with full tension. On beat 2, you're gonna completely relax. And on beat 3, you're gonna move while still relaxed to the next chord. Now you're on beat 1 again with the next chord, you can rinse and repeat. So it looks something like this. 1, 2, 3. Tension, relax, move. Tension, relax, move. Tension, relax, move. Tension, relax, move. Bonus, try this with bar chords especially. This is where people tend to hold on to a lot of tension because bar chords are tough. It's really, really important and it'll help you move around laterally along the neck.